guys, today we'll read a very famous story of books. I know you will know it. And it's called Tom Dick's Books. This is my favorite books. So I have these in page 23. So I don't want to read again. So I will read you page 23. Mr. Woodtash keep moving closer and closer to me so I can see her mustache a bit too clearly for my liking. It's even harder to contain now. I find myself staring at the number of hairs she has under her nose and counted them, which is helping me keep my eyes open. I count almost 50 hair when Mr. Woodtash asked me, Are you alright, Tom? I don't want to be rude or bring attention to the fact that I haven't finished my times table square yet. So I'm very polite and say, I'm fine, thank you, Mr. Woodtash. And she said, I'm sorry, Tom, what did you say? So I say a bit louder, I'm fine, thank you, Mrs. Woodtash. Did I say that out loud? From the way Mr. Woodthing glared at me, I guess I did. Yep, I did. That makes you so explain. I try my best because I'm terrible cold Disney's. Just crap up on the unexpectable when I say your name like this. Mr. Woodtasho! Sniff, sniff. Mr. Woodtasho! I'm not sure Mr. Washington is convinced. Luckily for me, Nora Winston comes to my rescue, falling backward in the chest again. Now he waving his leg around the leg like an unturned turtle because he stopped. Mr. Woodstock goes to help him and tells, I'll deal with you later, Tom. That doesn't sound good. Later, my math teacher name is Mr. Woodthing, and he write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. He write on 19. 19 is Mr. Worthing. I won't make that mistake again after now. Break time. News travel fast in our school. Everyone seemed to know about mustache mistake. There is laughing until I tell him about the lines I had to do and the extra math homework too, which he thinks is harsh. So to cheer me up, I suggest we have a game of champ. An excitement idea. Champ is a top game to play for lots of reasons. 1. You don't need much stuff and chalk. 2. It's super fast, so you never get bored. 3. Me and Jack are pretty good at champ. When we get to Champ Corner, some little kids have already drawn out a champ square and are about to start playing. Champ, chalk, ball. Sure, as if we can join the game, but they don't seem that kind. I promise we won't hit the ball hard. I say, I said, in case that I worry, I will because I am a chimp. The smart girl says, Jack whispered. She won't be chimp for very long. Here are the rules of chimps, in case you don't know. It's easy. Rules of the chimp. It's a bit like chimp tennis. Use your hand to hit the ball, no scooping. Only one bounce allowed, but the ball can't go to any 4 squares. To become the champ, you move around the square, but if you ask, you go to the back of the square or the square 4 if there are no one waiting. Champ. You must try to stay in the champ square for as long as possible to be the unit champ. Oh yes! Our Miss Solid, who the tallest boy in the school, wanted to join in. The little kids seemed okay, but even those Solids looks like a giant standing next to them. Like this, little kids. When we start playing, those little kids are a lot quicker than I expect. I've only hit one ball. Pal, I'm out already. Bow of the penny for you, the girl said. Solid joins in next. He's a bit slow hitting the ball, but not as slow as Drake. You out, champ girl says. Turns out that being as tall as Solid isn't much helping reaching the low shots in a champ. This put me back in the game. When Jack started, we tried hitting the ball. Miss. Backward and forward to me, then to drag to me. Drag is the only way not to get out and works well until I accidentally pass the ball to the chimp girl. Then whack. The ball comes back so fast that I don't see it go into the corner of my square. This isn't as much fun as I thought it would be. The school bell rings will save me from more champ community. Let's have a rematch at lunchtime, the little girl said. Maybe I'm very busy, I said. Don't worry, she asked. Winner won't take long. Exactly. I'm almost looking forward to going back to class now until I remember what my next lesson is. Ground. English. I think Mr. Furman has been chit-chatting with Mr. Worston in the teacher's staff room to make, he said. What? As soon as I come into the class, he says to me, I've been told you to keep special eye on you, Tom, which is worry Mr. Furman with his special eyes. Mommy! As for Liza, Marcus has his book open already and he's busy. Mommy! And busy drawing something that he wants to look. What's now? Hilarious. You are the funniest boy in the whole school. Nah, it's you, Tom. Ha ha ha. Just then I think about today's lesson is going to be worse than math. Mr. Furner announced that he would like you to write a piece about a pet or an animal. I don't forget, including lots of interesting information describing or story and facts about whatever creature you choose, which is amazing and perfect timing because last week Drake and I took Rooster drag dogs to the local dog shop. So I have loads of good stories to tell now, but I can't start writing yet because Jane Martin is saying she doesn't have a pet and can't think what to write about. Markham has too many pets and wants to know if he can write about snakes and lizards. Northern Washington has found a tiny spider and passed it to Judge, so she has something to write about now. Mr. Fortnite tells Julia to stop screaming, and everyone else sit down, calm down, and think of an imagined pet if you don't have one yourself. This imagined pet might be fun to write about. I'm a little better now. Rooster, At the dog show by Tom Gale. I don't have a pet unless you count my sister Della, who's not really human. But my best mistress has a dog called Rooster. He's quite small with long ears and he eats a lot of stuff he shouldn't. Rooster is not normally the sort of dog you would enter into a dog show unless there was a prize for dogs with the weirdest names. He wins that so wondering. And I saw a poster that said local dog show. All dogs welcome whatever shape or size. Eventually, he perceived Rooster stay still long enough to get brushed. There are lots of unusual stuff lurking in his furs. Grass, creatures, bugs, leaves, bits of poster. After a lot of brushing, Rooster looked much nicer, but he smelled the same. It's no good, Drake said, holding his nose. We have been giving him a wash, and now it took even longer. We need a few more doggy treats before Rooster finally jumped into the dog bath. Okay, this is the end. Bye.